Welcome to 2020, 2021, and you name it podcast's first episode of 2021. There's a lot of 20s in there, Davin.
Hello, Jerry.
Hi. Yeah. Threw in an extra set of 20s just to, well, actually, the way I said it sounded like a slash, like welcome to 2020/2021. But it's not. We're in the first week of 2021.
Yeah,
we're lost.
You have to write the number after now, just to make sure you don't get confused.
Did you write any checks or anything like that, or have to write a date down anywhere? And did you do it right?
Yeah, I did. My first mileage form, I filled out the dates wrong. I still put 2020.
I haven't screwed it up yet. Usually I do. That's one of the first things that happened to me.
I caught it before I submitted it, but
sometimes I screw up so bad. I remember one time I put in like 1996 or something like that. Just not on the computer form, like when I was writing something.
Right. You ever write your birth year down?
No, but that's almost like as bad as what I did. You're thinking of something else and then you just write it down. Because we're stupid. We're stupid people.
1967. Oh, I wish it was again. I could be a little baby.
I could just be all comfortable and safe and not like the whole last year, terrified. Terrified.
I would be happy to lay and poop in my diaper.
You're talking about now? Or
no.
Yeah, terrified. No one was terrified last year. It's just a giant inconvenience. There is some fear, though. I bet you people who came down with COVID were probably a little scared about it.
Yeah.
But all in all, I wanted to correct that because there is this sort of narrative out there that everybody's cowering in fear, and I don't think that. I'm out every day like you are. I don't see people cowering in fear.
Right.
So,
well, Lisa kind of cowers a little bit. She doesn't want extra people at the house, and she's being safe. I can see that.
My wife is not cowering.
She's not?
No, it's not a question of like shivering in a corner under a blanket. It's a question of, hey, let's be safe about this. Not like shaking in the corner.
Sitting in a dark corner by herself, talking to herself, eating chips.
Yeah, and it's more like pissed off, too. Like, man, I wish I could see those kids, but it's just not safe to be around kids right now and stuff like that. So don't let people get the wrong impression, because that's what they try and do.
Oh.
Some of the people who are like anti-maskers and pretend the thing is a big hoax that they want people to believe there's people that are cowering in their houses.
Yeah, they're not.
I don't think I know of any.
I'd be cowering in a bar if they were open.
Yeah, me too. Cowering with a drink in front of me.
Playing some golden tea. Haven't done that for a couple months.
Yeah, well, it's coming back. You'll be doing stuff.
I know.
It will have this whole rollout of the vaccine. Let's hope it does what it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
There's so much going on right now. I don't even know what we can tackle in this first episode. I mean, I'm looking at my notes, and there's a whole bunch of stuff because we took the holidays off.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of holidays, I had to skip Mafia Thanksgiving.
Oh, Mafia Thanksgiving, yeah.
Yeah, because of COVID. But I did make it to Mafia New Year. So that was a good thing.
But we weren't off from Thanksgiving on. We had shows before. We were just off for Christmas, New Year's.
We haven't done a show since before Thanksgiving.
No way, really?
Yeah, it's been a while.
I can't remember. People are really going to be mad then.
Can you look it up?
I was actually thinking that we just took off those 2 weeks for the real holidays, not the fake Thanksgiving holiday.
Oh, I don't think we did a show after Thanksgiving.
Well, we're smart if we know. If we don't know, we should just stop talking about it before they figure out how dumb we are.
Okay.
Anyway, let me see if I have any holiday notes to get the. Oh, I have one.
Okay.
I found this out after the New Year. Why do people say Happy New Year's with an S on the end of it?
I don't know. It's weird. Years.
I read an article that tried to explain this whole thing, and I think the main point of the article is that, because people are stupid. What it is.
Nice.
I think people get confused by saying, oh, New Year's Eve is coming up. And then they get locked into the New Year's.
Yep.
And they'll just go, well, Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's Day. You could say it if you put day at the end of it. Happy New Year's Day.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, you can't say Happy New Year's. And everybody who's listening right now knows somebody who says that and types it on Facebook. Hey, Davin, Happy New Year's.
Yep. So for Thanksgiving, I've got a note here about you mentioning stupid things. My sister hosted Thanksgiving this year.
Yeah.
And I noticed her cupboards.
All right.
This is weird. They eat the same food on the same days every week. So like Wednesday spaghetti day and Thursday's taco day or whatever. Well, my sister's husband does all the grocery shopping.
Okay.
He does not look in the cupboards to see what they went through. So he just buys the same list every week.
You've got a memorized list or just a running list of this is what we get every time.
Yeah.
Right?
So when you look in my sister's cupboards, there's like 10 jars of fucking tomato sauce, and there's like 15 tuna cans, and just weird numbers of things. And it's just because he keeps repiling. And I'm wondering if they do the first in, first out, where they rotate, or is the ones in the back like from 2016 or what? You know?
Fancy albacore tuna, best used by 2010.
I just don't understand how someone could eat the same thing the same day every week. It just seems odd. It's like,
well, you like to cook, so
yeah, it's like eating Domino's pizza for lunch every day. Something's wrong there.
Yeah, well, that's not every day either. Sometimes it's a hamburger with 2 bites.
That's true.
For this particular person we're referring to.
Unhinge your jaw and just shove it all in.
Like whatever those giant snakes are that swallow people.
Yeah, I'm convinced.
An anaconda? Maybe it's an anaconda.
I'm convinced when he gets home, his mom and dad put him in a cage and don't feed him.
Like a dog, like he comes in and it's like, all right, boy, get in the cage.
The only time
he's happy to. My blanket's in here.
The only time he gets out is when he comes to work.
Ah, well. It's a lovely situation.
Hey, we have to refer to you differently now, Jerry.
Oh, I forgot. Let's see if I should go through this the way that I saw this. For Christmas, everyone, I came, it was after Christmas.
Yeah, it took a while to ship.
Yeah, Davin had bought something that I yelled at him for because we don't want to start the buying presents for each other shit. That's just more money that we got to find.
Well, I think I scared you.
Evidently, it was hilarious.
I think I scared you at first because I called you up and asked you what your middle name was. And
yeah.
Did I need your birthday too and all that stuff? Or I needed Lisa's middle name?
No. It was just the names, I believe.
I said it had to be legal, your legal names, and I'm sending you something. And immediately you're probably thinking, oh, great, when Davin dies, I get his kids.
Yeah, right. That's what I was worried about. Your kids are too old for me to worry about. But so I didn't know it was. And in fact, it just dropped my mind because he had asked a couple of times at work saying, hey, did you get anything? And then he said, oh, it was held up because it has to ship internationally. And I'm like, I don't know what he's fucking talking about. What the hell? What is it? Anyway, like last week, the mail comes in and I'm looking through the mail and I see this envelope and it's sort of rigid, like it's hard and everything. And it's from Ireland. And I'm going, what is this? And it says on the outside, brochure inside. So that makes me start thinking it's an advertisement. And I open it up. And it looks exactly like, at first glance, it looks like a travel brochure to go to Ireland. Enjoy the rolling hills of the Brown Estate in beautiful Kerry, Ireland, and all this kind of shit. And then I flipped through. I almost threw it out. I'm like, how did I get on this list? International mailing list. But I flipped through the back, and I noticed something strange. It had a couple of certificates with my wife's name and my name on them. And I'm like, what is this? Well, it turns out that Davin, in his great generosity, decided to buy what appears to be a 1 foot by 1 foot square piece of property in Ireland under mine and Lisa's name. This way, we can legally be referred to as the Lord and Lady of Kerry, Ireland, because we're landowners. It comes with a certificate, so I am now... Lord Gerald Scott Taylor of Kerry.
Nice. And I expect to be referred to as such.
Yes, I expect to have all of the respect that title holds. It's silly. They just found a loophole, you know. It's still fun because I have a legal title. I can legally say that.
Yep.
But it's kind of a loophole, you know, because it's not a real, like, royal title. It's more of a legal thing where you can refer to, like, a landlord, you know. They still call them that here, but still fun. I'm still a lord.
Yep.
And an ordained minister.
Yep, you got that going for you.
Yeah, I thought maybe I'd start trying to collect titles. So, listener Captain Steve out there, you're in trouble because I'm going to try and accumulate more titles than you.
Nice.
Have a race to find out how many I can get. All I have to do is re-up, and I can put notary public at the end, too, because I was that for about 20 years.
Yeah, I'm going to have to buy you a star.
The Reverend Lord Gerald Taylor of Cary, notary public. Is what I can be able to do in a short period of time. Thank you for the gift. Now I have to figure out something to get you.
Totally unexpected.
Yeah. That is funny, though. I think you should get one for yourself, though, with, you know, whatever. What is it that Denmark? Is that the family name?
Yeah, Danish.
We're not Irish, but it's still fun.
Yeah.
How'd you choose Ireland? Was it the first one you? Oh, it was a Groupon, wasn't it?
It was a
so
Groupon.
It was just for Ireland.
Yeah. Cost me more on shipping than the property. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun. Lots of fun together, my friend Davin and I.
I should show you.
You had a question, and it was pertaining to something we do to pass the time. Oh, wait a minute. I'm ruining this. Let's say hypothetically, Davin.
Uh-huh.
That there were a group of people who decided to have a fart contest at work.
Okay.
With scoring and everything.
Scoring. Okay.
Some crazy people might decide that that's something they want to do. And hypothetically, you know, like getting 1 point if you hear it, 1 point if you smell it, 2 points if it's funny.
If it sounds funny.
If it sounds funny, you get 2 points. Well, we had a question of the dangers of this during the COVID era.
Yes.
So I talked to a smart friend of mine, Walt.
Okay.
And I said to him, hypothetically, Walt, if someone were to have a fart contest at work and smelled each other's farts as part of the contest.
Right.
And you know what? He gave me the actual answer.
And
instantly. And I knew this would happen, too, because it's so stupid. He goes, there's no way that you can't catch COVID from smelling someone's fart. It's just no way, because the alimentary canal that connects your mouth all the way, because I was saying, I go, what's the difference? If you exhale, people can get it, so maybe you're exhaling out of your ass, too. It's just air. It trails by air. He's like, nope, the alimentary canal disinfects everything on the way down. So, in fact, fart air is a lot cleaner than other air. He goes, but, as you know, you can smell the feces.
Yes.
Like, of course you can. Yeah, thank you for answering that question, Dr. Walt. The alimentary canal.
Imagine the calls to HR. We were hypothetically working, and we had a fart contest.
You started off right. We were hypothetically working. HR lady, let's say that maybe hypothetically some of the people on the crew are having a fart contest. What? And we're worried that if we smell someone's fart, it might have COVID in it. You intentionally smell someone's farts. Well, yeah. How else are you going to win?
The conversation may have hypothetically went something like that.
Yeah, well, this never happened. Everyone erase all that from your memories because we're grown men. Nobody would ever do that.
You're 53 years old and you're smelling other people's farts.
Yeah. Well, hypothetically, no one's trying to smell anyone's fart.
We're just trying to gulp them.
It's just collateral damage from the contest.
Yeah.
It's hard to have a contest if you don't score that way. But no one's trying to go up to someone's ass and smell, hypothetically.
No, we just wait
let's keep going with it, during the alleged fart contest.
As someone's up at the top of a ladder, the other one's just ripping one beneath them and trying to get more points.
Yeah. Oh, well.
I did hypothetically.
I don't know. We'll have to see. Go ahead.
I did hypothetically eat 4 egg salad sandwiches to prime for this hypothetical fart contest.
Did you?
Yes.
Yeah. Nobody needs any of that. You don't need to hypothetically train for the alleged fart contest. You know, keep going on with that. Let's say it this way. If people think that this is, because people might be tuning right out because of this. If you have any interest in knowing the scoring process, just contact us on Facebook or Google. You can send an email directly to younameitpodcast@gmail.com, and we can give you the scoring criteria.
And the bottom takeaway is you can't get COVID through a fart.
Yeah, so don't worry. You can play this at work with all of your essential employees. Imagine doctors and nurses playing this game. All right, on to different stuff. Let's see. Item number 5, scam phone calls.
Oh, have you been getting a lot lately?
I think everybody has. I think during this whole pandemic, the scammers are trying hard to keep their money flowing too, so they're going extra hard at you. But I have a question. I have no idea. Maybe you know this. Is how many final courtesy calls from the same company are you supposed to get?
Oh, I know. To renew.
If every single call that happens every day for your car warranty is a final courtesy call, when do they end? Do they have a final? Do they have? I don't even know how does that work out if the first one is the final.
I don't know.
What do you get? I get car warranty ones is mostly what I get.
I get that a lot. Your warranty is about to expire. Yeah, well, sorry, it's still good.
I get the stuff in the mail too, and they're referencing cars I haven't had for years.
Oh, I'm getting a lot of the insurance calls too. The switch to Progressive and all that stuff. That shit in the mail.
Well, you just segued directly in to a big topic that I had. In Michigan, everyone out there, in Michigan, they changed the rules for the auto insurance, and they made it so that you don't have to pay as much. So they changed the whole PLPD thing, and all kinds of shit was making us pay more money. So they made a bunch of different changes that allowed you to have more control over the level of coverage that you have. For instance, you could say, I don't need $250,000 worth of coverage. I can get $50,000 worth of coverage on whatever. And it just drops your bill. So in an effort to, I was with Geico, in an effort to retain their money for as long as they could, Geico decided to make some bullshit up.
Okay.
That was, they shut off my online account, which is really the only fucking reason that you use Geico or Progressive or anything, is so that you don't have to go into a place to get auto insurance like the old days. So they shut it off. They don't allow you to make any changes on your policy unless you make them through the mail. That's right. You have to have them send a giant block of paper through the mail so you can initial everything and sign it and scan it and get it back to, or actually they wanted you to mail it back to them.
So you don't have
finding out later that you could have scanned it and sent it back to them.
So there's no Geico drop boxes like voting was. It's you have to use the mail.
Or like Amazon.
You can't
They
email
want you
them
to use the mail.
Okay.
Unless, of course, you were talking to somebody and they gave you the lowdown that they could have emailed back and forth documents. But still, the whole thing is a fucking scam because they don't want you to go in and click a few buttons and lower your rate by half.
Right.
So they had no access to the online account.
Make it as difficult as possible.
Let's see, what else do we have? Have to mail the changes. They told me they could do it if I requested it, but you can't request that through the online because you're locked out of your account. So they're forcing you to call in to make any changes to your account, and therefore you can't cancel your account. You can't just go, okay, fuck you, I'm just going to cancel it. You have to call them now.
How many documents did you have to fill out?
None, because I called them and canceled.
Okay.
And I told them, I go, you're just going to lose everybody if you're pretending that you can't do anything online. And in fact, I saved more than 50% off each month by going to Progressive.
Okay.
Because not only did they lock down my account at stupid Geico, they actually jacked up my rates by over $100 more per month for these 2 vehicles I have. So that was the part that really pissed you off, because they couldn't just keep you at the same level. They had to then put you at the default highest levels of coverage. You know?
I got to change mine because I just got mine, and I'm paying $190 a month for insurance for my car.
Then you're going to be all mad that I have full coverage on 2 lease vehicles, and I'm now paying like $125 a month.
Yeah, I'm calling them tomorrow. They have to know this is not acceptable.
Where the fucking Geico wanted to get me for like $420-something is what they wanted to default me to. So I was glad that I was able to cancel that before they charged it. So I don't know. I mean, we might have to use a bunch of hashtags and symbols to name this episode for Happy 2021, Fuck You, Geico. Oh, I like that little gecko in the commercial, but that day I wanted to kick him right across the fucking yard.
Right. Well, basically, you start looking at some of these insurance commercials, and it's like someone's paying the high-priced quarterback to represent them. Someone's paying Flo or whatever, and all these actors who now have characters that they're known for. And then Geico comes out and they've got a fucking little cartoon animal.
Yeah, well, they won, though.
Yeah.
They were like the biggest. Everybody thought that cartoon animal was great.
And plus he's got an accent.
Yeah, it makes him cute.
Oh.
He's got a cute accent.
Hey, Jerry, you were telling me that you got a free subscription.
Yeah, I did.
What was your free subscription to? Some kind of magazine.
So T-Mobile, the giant communications company, now that they soaked up Sprint and everything, they've been doing this. Davin's part of T-Mobile as well. They do this thing that on every Tuesday they have little games you can play on their T-Mobile Tuesday app. It's where you can get coupons for 10 cents off gas at Shell and stuff like that. But they do these little games, too, where they give you away free shit. You remember when that first came out, Davin,
Every Tuesday.
Won the... I mean, all I did is go on there and click a button, and I won the full year access to Major League Baseball TV.
Yep.
It was without having to pay for anything. It was pretty good, but they still do it. The latest one is I won a magazine subscription. Condé Nast Publishing. But the list of magazines were kind of, let's say, crappy.
Yeah.
And I ended up just getting one to Town and Country magazine.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want Esquire or Cosmopolitan.
Well, here's what I have in my show notes for this whole thing. It says free subscriptions aren't free, Jerry, because now Lisa's going to be scrolling through these magazines and seeing things that she likes. And it's going to cost you money to make over your family room in the new style or whatever she feels like finding. Or, oh, I love this color wall. Jerry, you need to paint the walls this color now.
Yeah, well, you hit the nail on the head because nothing's free.
Yeah.
In fact, people have probably noticed this. Anybody who picks up a real magazine have probably noticed this, that it's 80% advertisements.
Yep.
Oh, look at the cover of this magazine. Let's go 27 pages in past the advertisements to get to the first article.
Right.
Yeah, it's all crazy like that. I just figure, whatever, it's free. I don't have to put down a credit card or anything. I just, it'll run out. They'll send me some shit in the mail for the next 10 years, but I won't ever re-up it. It'll be fine.
In the meantime, your house is going to look like a brand new cottage.
Nah, she's not going to. During this time, there's not a bunch of money to spend on anything. This show has to get way bigger for us to get new curtains.
That's true.
Yeah, because we're not rich, Davin.
Lady Lisa, joy.
Yeah, we are
of Carrie.
Lord and Lady, but we're not rich. Davin, why are people impressed with rich people who don't look rich? You've seen that before, haven't you?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, my friend, he owns 7 McDonald's, and he doesn't even look rich. He dresses like a normal person.
Well, why not?
Why is that impressive? Everybody's heard of that before. I know everybody listening has heard someone make a comment similar to that. Yeah, he's kind of cool. He doesn't even dress up, and he's rich. Well, he doesn't fucking have to, because he's rich.
Right.
He doesn't have to impress anyone when he owns 7 McDonald's. You could wear cutoffs and a tank top with ketchup on it. Doesn't make any fucking difference. You just like him because he's rich, and you think, I could be like him because I can wear cutoffs and a tank top with a ketchup stain. Stupid. Don't give these people more credit than they deserve. Just because they dress like regular people and they're rich doesn't mean that they're above regular people somehow.
Yep.
Just some jackass.
Well,
like I'm going to be when I win the giant lottery.
Well, I kind of got that the other day because when I was Christmas shopping, I was looking at all these different stores, and I stopped in this jewelry gem store by my house. It's my
Julie's Gems?
Jewelry and gem store.
Jewelry? Just kidding.
Jewelry, yeah. No, but my daughter wanted these little stones to make necklaces out of. So that's the real reason I went in there. And I was going to get her some for Christmas. And then of course, she went out and bought her own. Kids always do that. They put shit on their Christmas list and then they go get it themselves before Christmas. It's like, oh, great.
Right. They're thinking, what can I put down? I don't know what I want. I want that. And then they see it in 2 days and buy it.
But I pulled in this, and it's kind of an upscale place. Parked the car. You can see your car from the parking lot. And I'm wearing a Lions nasty sweatshirt because the Lions game is going to come on. And I've got ripped up jeans because I was working around the house. And you get treated differently when you look like shit, you know?
Normally, unless they know you're rich. If they know that you're rich, they think you're cool if you look like shit.
Right. But then I walked in the expensive part, and then they kind of looked at me like, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
And then I kind of felt uncomfortable, so I just left. Went out to my Cadillac, where they could see from the window, and maybe they're like, oh, we might have been able to make a sale with that dirty-looking Lions sweatshirt guy.
Yeah, that's... Somehow or another, this reminds me of your other theory about how you could win a bar trivia by going to the bar with the stupidest people there.
Yep, you can.
Something like that. I don't know why it reminds me of that. Maybe walking in and it's obviously a bunch of people who didn't graduate high school. So you're like, I'm winning tonight.
Yeah.
They might get me on classic rock, but they're certainly not going to get me on biology and geography.
Hey, did you see Microsoft is coming out with this new meeting app for Zoom meetings?
A new, well, they have Teams.
Right.
They've had Teams forever. So is it like related to that? Because Zoom's its own company.
Right. Well, it's a software that analyzes the people on your call, like their body language, to see if they're paying attention or not.
Oh, it's for work to make sure no one's just sitting there wearing sunglasses and sleeping.
Well, they're advertising it as, reporting to the host whether, the conversation is slowing down or losing its edge, that type of thing.
Yeah.
No, it's to fire people. You know it is. They're not paying attention.
Someone up for firing. But that made me think of a good thing to try one time because, you know how hard it is to work from home for everybody. Not like what we do where we're actually working from work.
Where we have to actually get
on
in a
ladders
car and battle
drills
traffic and weather. And
heavy things carrying all up and down. But some people are tasked with working from home where they have to attend a meeting.
Where they have restrooms they can go to. And
that aren't porta-johns and
in the street.
And so they have to attend a meeting like that, and they have to do that a couple of times a week, probably, if not every day, because they probably do that. So wouldn't it be kind of funny if you recorded your meetings, and then on your window was you were taking a nap, but it was just you from the other day that you were rolling back to them?
Just play back you sitting in front of a screen.
Right. Then they get in trouble. So there's that. I got distracted, everyone, because my son-in-law, who lives here, was trying to call just now. Uh-oh. Now, I know there's no emergency where I have to stop everything. And I'm pretty sure that he's probably going, you want anything from Taco Bell? But that's what the pause was for, and I'm not going to do anything about it right now. Because how long are we into the show, Davin?
We are 29 minutes in.
Yeah, you can wait a little while. You should know better that I'm very important. When the doors are shut, it means I'm recording. So we don't have to hear dogs barking. So let's see. Where were we at? I forgot.
I got a quick one for you.
Yeah.
Okay, football play. I know you don't watch football, but football playoffs were happening and getting ready for wild card and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
you know how we always talk about really bad names, like
Oh, yeah. Like people with the shittiest names. Or
Like-
the people with names that relate to something else.
right, like guys named Mike are usually audio guys, or most of the audio
Yeah.
guys you meet are named Mike. So the San Francisco quarterback, they pronounce it differently, but his name is C.J. Beathard,
No way.
but they say Beathard.
But what's it spelled? What's the actual spelling?
Beathard.
Beathard. Okay.
Beathard.
Yeah, that's horrible. That's like that girl's license plate you talked about.
Yep. The
Late
for anal. Yeah. The Tampa kicker. You're gonna love this one.
We got to go back again. Was it TJ?
CJ,
CJ Beathard.
but they pronounce it Beathard.
It's wrong in many ways, actually. Because it rhymes with retard.
Right.
So he had a tough time growing up, probably.
Especially as a
I wonder how
quarterback.
many years it took him. What's that?
He's the one that pronounces it that way, just so he doesn't get teased.
Oh, I know. I wonder how many years it took for him to actually get everybody to start pronouncing it that way. Because at school they were just going, "Hey, what's up, heartbeater?" That shit.
One of the
You got another one?
one of the Tampa Bay kickers, his last name is Suckup.
Suck up.
What a perfect name for a kicker.
What a perfect name for anybody who has a job. That's why you can keep your job if your name's Suck Up. I don't know why the boss loves that guy. Crazy.
He's a kicker.
Who, Suck Up? No, he's a great employee. Yeah, Suck Up. No, I'm not saying that. Well, I am. It's his fucking name. Jesus.
I wonder how
Relax,
he tries
people.
to pronounce it,
Souk Up?
Sukup. Oh, well.
Sakoop.
So I got that.
Somebody can write in and tell us or send us something about that, maybe.
Oh, cool. I got that off my list. Woohoo!
Woo, I got something on my list because, I'm sure people are wondering why we're not talking about the falling apart of the country, but we're not going to get into all of that. In fact, it's still going on.
Right.
So there's just too much shit to address right now. It might be better to wait a week and find out who's arrested, who's not, what they actually did, what they actually said, without all the speculation.
Right.
And all that nonsense. But I do have something that's a little bit controversial when it comes to people's political and ideological viewpoints.
Oh, we're going to open a can of worms. Let's go.
But it's on my holiday list of topics.
Okay.
Sounds fun. It sounds like a fun, happy thing, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
I have a fun, happy holiday topic, but it's controversial. It's all about that thing that people do where they try and force Merry Christmas on everybody.
Uh-huh.
So the situation is that people are afraid that we're erasing the idea of Christmas. We or whoever they think it is. It's not me. I say Merry Christmas to people who celebrate Christmas.
Put
That's
the Christ back in Christmas.
Yeah, so I don't really get if you know somebody celebrates something different than Christmas, why couldn't you say Happy Holidays or specify what you know they celebrate? Like, Happy Hanukkah or something like that.
Right.
Why do you have to say Merry Christmas or else the country is going to fall apart? It's not going to fall apart. That person isn't celebrating Christmas anyway.
Yeah.
What's the fucking big deal? If you know, then why do you force something on them? The other part is if you don't know, why do you take a chance? Why can't you just say Happy Holidays?
Right.
Save Merry Christmas for people that you know celebrate Christmas.
Yeah, it's like walking up to a beer-bellied woman and congratulating her on her pregnancy and finding out she's not pregnant.
It is like you don't know for sure.
So don't risk it.
You can even ask someone first. You can walk up to it and go,
Touch it.
"Hey, you've been friendly to me at the checkout counter. Do you celebrate Christmas?" "Why, yes, I do." "Well, then Merry Christmas." The thing still gets put apart. And you're not just being a dick.
Right.
So, there's no reason for it. It shouldn't even be like a political topic. You can still say it. You can still use it to everybody who celebrates it, but you don't have to force it on everybody else. That's kind of silly. I wouldn't want people to tell me I had to say Happy Hanukkah all the time.
Yeah.
I don't even know what they do with that thing. There's a lot going on with that, and I don't want to have to learn it.
Yep. Dreidels and all kinds of stuff.
All kinds of mysterious shit.
Candles and, 10 days and Who knows?
Right. I don't remember ever being like in a situation where somebody wished me a different holiday.
Yeah.
And you could say it wouldn't bother you, maybe. But I bet you most of the people who are all wanting Merry Christmas to be the only thing probably would be bothered if somebody came up and said something to them.
Part of it is also the cancel culture thing, because, like, you look at them changing the names of these teams. Did it really offend people to the point where they were put down, do you think?
I don't know. I think there was some sort of they asked some Native Americans about the Redskins one, and they were saying, someone were saying, no, we're not bothered by that. And then some of them said they were.
Yeah, like Cleveland Indians have had the name for 105 years. You know?
Yeah. Well, this is another thing that a lot of people don't like to find out, but this has really nothing to do with making somebody happy, making some small group of people who are complaining or large group of people who are complaining happy. It has to do with not losing any money for the organization.
Right.
So if they think that this could affect, like if people would tune out because they're upset because of the name of the team, then they're going to go, I'm going to freaking change that because I don't want to lose any market share.
Right.
So let's see. They just have to weigh the, do I piss this person off or that person off? Let's just make it whatever we make it and hope that we don't lose any money. They don't care about Native Americans, and they just care about how much money they'll lose or make.
Yep.
That's the truth, people. You're probably going to get pissed off. I didn't want to talk about any political stuff, but Davin's rolling it in after mine.
Well, it's like Tiger Woods when he cheated outside of his marriage with one woman. It was like, sponsors were all like quivering. Then when you find out there's like 18 more, it's like they're jumping ship like it's the fucking Titanic.
Yeah, and that'll happen. Once they start thinking you're a liability, you're gone.
Yep.
But, like, who would it be? Like, sponsors. Not Nike, that's for sure. But the other ones would be like, we're not going to be able to use you anymore. You're just not clean.
It could be why we have no sponsors, because we just speak our minds and, the fallout.
Yeah, really. Well, I'm hoping that it's reasonable thought, though, that it's not just crazy shit. I feel like I can explain my part. You can, too.
Sometimes.
Why you think something. Like, for instance, during the pandemic, Walgreens, the local, they're probably national.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. But they're one of our pharmacies around here have decided that they're going to be helpful, and they're going to allow you to pick up products, too. Not just the drive-through window with the prescriptions, but you can make a list of stuff, and you can go, have them take it out to your car and stuff.
Okay.
And my idea about this is, why the fuck do they think that's going to work? When they can't even fill the prescription that you're ordering properly. Or, if you ever go to a Walgreens, you know that you're going to walk in there and there's going to be like 8 people in line ahead of you with the slowest cashier ever. You think she's going to stop ringing those people up to bring you a box of fucking icebreakers out there, whatever they're called?
Yeah. And then they force them to say, "Be well," on the way out. Have you noticed that?
That's offensive to me. How do they know that I'm unwell? How would they know?
Assholes.
Don't tell me I have to be well. What if I want to be sick? What if I'm there breathing as much air in as I can just to get sick? They don't know. They're making assumptions.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Just kidding. Merry Christmas,
Be
Walgreens.
well. Merry Christmas. Be well. Fuck you, I'm Jewish. And I'm sick.
One more note about politics before we leave you, because it won't make any sense.
Okay.
This is something that both you and I agree. A lot of times David and I don't necessarily agree on every topic, but we did on this one. We wanted to share it with you, and it's very obvious.
Okay.
Stop putting unrelated shit into stimulus bills.
Yes.
It makes no fucking sense for you to tack shit on there that has nothing to do with the stimulus. All it's doing is bogging the system down. All that should be in the bill is the scope of what you can and can't do for the stimulus alone.
Right.
So, it's bullshit on all the dumb parties in there to try and squeeze a bunch of shit they want in there. Stop it. We know that you can concentrate on one topic. This bill is a stimulus bill.
Yep.
It has nothing to do with paying somebody overseas to learn something about women or whatever that was.
Right.
Gender studies in Pakistan or some shit. That's fine. If you want gender studies in Pakistan, have that be in the gender studies bill.
Right.
Not in the stimulus bill when people are running out of cash all the time. So I don't care if you want to push for money for other shit. Just don't lump it all together in the important one. Jesus Christ, I'm mad.
Yeah, I guess so.
Right. No, you're right. That's okay. Yeah. Had some applause there for a second. I think people liked it.
No apparent reason.
Yeah. I think it was only on one side, too. So because the soundboard started out perfectly, and then when I hit it during the show, all of a sudden it was only on the right channel. I love this thing that I do. Can't get this shit together. Okay, let's see if it's still doing it with a dab and laugh. Oh, no, let's do Keira Knightley, just to see.
I'm Keira Knightley.
Yep, only on the right side.
Nice.
Sorry, people. I didn't test. We had decided to do this show today. It's going to be posted today, so we can say it. Decided to do it Sunday here.
Yeah.
Sunday what is the date?
Is today the 9th, 10th?
The 10th. Sunday the 10th. But we made this brilliant plan. Let's do it in the before football starts in the morning.
Yep.
And then I talked to Davin on the phone. It was like, all right, let's do it in a half an hour. And then I thought, I'm not taking a shower. I'll just wait till afterwards because I'm being lazy and all this shit. Instead, I took a shower, got all ready, and then started hooking the stuff up and had no time to test.
Oh, you showered, you bastard.
I did, but
Well, we were also supposed to taste test a new beer, and it doesn't seem appropriate at 11 o'clock in the
it's
morning to
Sunday.
start drinking.
Although, if you think about it, it could be appropriate for you because a lot of people will drink beer and watch football on Sunday. If we would have done it an hour later,
Yeah, that's
or
true.
2 hours later,
I
you
could have
could have been
started.
drinking a beer.
Yep.
There would be nothing wrong with that.
Yep.
It just seems weird earlier in the morning. That's all.
It would
But-
seem too much like vacation, because that's what you do on vacation is just drink all day.
That's what you do.
Well, yeah.
Other people maybe, sightsee and
Right.
stuff like that.
Sightseeing.
And when they do sightsee, it's not seeing the same thing twice at once with double vision.
Yeah.
It's seeing one of them clearly and soberly.
Oh, thank you, Jerry.
I remember when I went to Washington, D.C., and I saw all the monuments twice at once. I don't know what kind of voice that was. Drunken old man, I guess.
Well, the sad part about this whole Capitol Hill thing is there's never going to be another opportunity to sled on Capitol Hill.
There won't be because it won't snow.
Well, no, because they'll have everything locked off and security and everything. The 1 year that I went, I actually sledded down Capitol Hill during a snowstorm because the government was shut down.
Yeah, well, there was a snow. People need to realize what we're talking about here. It's all mystery.
Yeah.
1 year when Davin was working in D.C., it had a giant snowstorm, and they shut down everything. And the place where he was working at the auto show and everything. So everything got shut down, nothing to do, so he went sledding on Capitol Hill. But now he's saying because of the recent events, they'll probably have no one can come visit now.
Yep.
That's what he's saying. You're trying to weasel your way into that topic. It's not going to work because it's the end of the show.
I know. Damn it.
So you have to save that for next week's show, which is probably only going to be in a couple of days because we have to get back on track for everybody.
Yeah, we kind of skipped
we'll see what
skipped a few.
But we're back with a vengeance.
Yep.
Partially because this is really going to be our only career if things don't straighten up. We're going to have to figure out a way to monetize this thing.
Yeah.
But for now, we love to give it to you for free. It's fun to do. And you should share with as many people as possible and then communicate with us through Facebook, You Name It Podcast, or through Gmail, You Name It Podcast at Gmail. And we'll talk to you. It'll be fun.
Pop
What do you
wheelie,
think,
guys.
Gavin? You want to tell them goodbye?
I just did. Pop wheelie, guys.
Do it again because I keep talking over you. Go ahead and do it. One clear one.
Pop a wheelie, guys.